This is the best back-end power forward build for NBA 2K25 for ProAm and Rec. Really emphasize on back-end build, so this is a player that's going to be in the pick and roll defending it. So if you have like a set team and you run like a 2-3 zone or things like that, this build is meant to be in the back end of that. And also, there's a lot of little tricky cap breaker situations we have to go. Power forward is probably one of the most hardest positions to build, in my opinion, at a competitive level. Because just the way the position and the attributes laid out. We'll get into that. So we'll start this build power forward 6'8". We're going to go 252. We're going to go 7'4" wingspan. There's also a lot of controversy between 6'7", 6'8", 6'9". I'm going to try to stay in the sweet spot, even though some of the 6'8" stuff has been not nerfed, but adjusted a little bit. So we'll start with physicals first. We're just going to max our agility to a 77. It's going to give our speed to a 67. Our strength's going to be an 89. Our vertical is going to be a 74. So for physicals, the reason why we set up this way, speed doesn't really matter too much anymore now that agility is more for your defensive stuff. So we just want to be able to move around as fast as possible in defense. Our weight has to be at that height, or that set at that high, to be able to get certain defensive rebound and things like that. So we have to set it that high. And then the strength to an 89 is really for this box out beast. We need to be able to box out these centers that are going to probably have like legend rebounding and things like that. So vertical is just going to help us get more boards. So physicals are set up exactly what we need it to be. I wouldn't worry too much about speed unless you're like a off ball player that's going to move around, like a shooting guard, things like that need to like run without the ball. So now to finishing, this is probably the hardest section. 57 close shot. We're going to go 52 driving layup. We're going to go 58 driving dunk. We're going to go 72 stand dunk. And then we're going to stay at a 54 post control. This is probably the area that a lot of people aren't going to like this build at. But I promise you, if you play on like a decent team, now if you're learning to Rec by yourself playing this, you know, you're cutting, you're going to catch the ball into the rim, you're going to go up. That's like only way you're going to be able to finish. And same thing with like comp pro-am, things like that. There's not a lot of finishing that I can do here, and you'll see why, because this is a very tough build or player to build in this game. So we'll go to shooting now. It's going to be a 78 three-pointer, which is going to raise our midi to a 68. I'm going to put it to a 69 for no reason. It was just kind of leftover points. If you build it, you'll see. Free throw, we'll go 85. So I've heard rumors with the three-pointer, there's a 79 jump shot that's like really good, but just based on how I've tried to like mess with this build, it's very hard to get to. So I hope that we can just be consistent, but we'll see with the 78 three-pointer. Mid-range, I got to 69. Like I said, it was leftover points. But we do get set shot special silver, which is going to help us knock down shots, especially just standing in the corner. And again, that's like the comp rec, comp pro-am scene where you're going to be doing that. 85 free throws left over. You could lower it. I'm just going to keep it there. It's always nice to hit your free throws. Pass accuracy, we're going to go to a 78. And I wish we could go higher for this. I've tried to tinker with it a little bit, and I just can't figure out how to get it a little higher. Ideally, I'd love to have gold break starter, especially as a power forward. If you're playing the back end, you're getting these rebounds. Your lock is out. Some of your guards are running down the court, and you can't throw accurate or fast passes up the court. I just can't figure out how to get it there while keeping some of the other things consistent. So if you know how to do that, please send me your build. Join my Discord, send it, anything. You can DM me on Twitter. I'd love to see a build that can do some of the stuff I'm talking about, but has the gold break starter. Now to defense, and this is probably the most important section of a back-end power forward. Be able to play D, steal the ball, things like that. So we're going to go 77 interior. We're going to go 84 perimeter. We're going to go 91 steal. We're going to go 93 block. So with this, the interior gets us just enough to get the gold paint patroller. Now again, people are going to consider this low interior, and I would half agree with you, half disagree. You can get it higher. Again, please try. I can't get it to budge. I kind of worked in here to get this. Perimeter defense is a power forward, especially in the back end. You're going to have to step and contest point guards, contest guards, and things like that. So I wanted to get it to at least like a silver challenger. And I thought also gold immovable enforcer is going to be really good when playing with guards that are going to come downhill or bigs or any kind of situation to put you in. It also gives you pick dodger, things like that. So if you have to guard ball or something happens, you can kind of do that. Steal's interesting here. Now this is where you get the +1 badge upgrade, and this is one area I suggest using it to get your interceptor to Hall of Fame if you want it to be that. 91 steel is decent. Of course, now there's Hall of Fame level interceptor and now legend level interceptor. So I don't know how strong those are going to be. I try to build it in where I get the legend interceptor. It's just you lose a lot of other areas that I feel like you could benefit from being an all-around player more than just a legend interceptor, and that's all you can do. And 93 block ties into the paint patroller, but also we have high flying denier, some pogo stick. All those things work together. And now for the last one, rebounding. This is like the big one as well as a back end power forward. Although the job is the center to get the rebounds, we're going to go 91 defensive rebound. And this is where all your cap breakers are going to go. So you're going to add in all 5 cap breakers to your defensive rebound. And that's going to take it to be able to get Hall of Fame rebound chaser and Hall of Fame box out beast. And again, maybe I'm overdoing it here, but just based on some of the stuff I've seen with the centers, things like that, you're going to want to have a good rebound chaser and box out beast to be able to kind of hold some of these players back and, you know, put your team in position to get rebounds. So could be overthinking this. Ideally, I would love to go higher in offensive rebound. You could even lower this to 1. You could add into like 90 free throw, but there's not really much other areas to polish it. 56 and 57 is almost the same, so you could benefit just from raising your free throw to like a 91 and just you'll never miss. But that's really like where there's some like conflicting things with this build. Being able to have enough rebound to battle centers, have enough steal to steal lanes in the back end so there's no easy cuts, have enough interior defense to deal with centers and guards attacking you, have enough pass accuracy to throw accurate fast break passes, have enough shooting to shoot, and then be able to finish. Like, this build is and has to do a lot of things in a good comp team. So I don't know any other better way to build this. I've kind of watched a few. I'm not trying to watch too many, but I've watched a few people that I trust, and a few of them are building it this way. This is just kind of the style that I would go with if I was to play a back end for a pro-am or rec team, especially like a full 5. But you could even play like kind of like a swing drop player out of the corner if you played like solo rec. You're going to be able to make a lot of plays on defense, stay and hit your shots. So with that, we'll go to the shades of, see what players we get, what the name is. We got Draymond, Terry Eason, and Josh Smith. So I actually like the 3. And this build is going to be called a 3-and-D threat. Does the best power forward. I have a lot of other pro-am and rec builds on my channel. Make sure to check those out if you have a team or you yourself play that game mode a lot. There's a lot of good builds that are tailored to that game mode. It's really like what I want to specialize in. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one.